Today we're going to be looking at dollar cost average bots, so let's get straight to it. Hey trader devs, and welcome back to my channel. My name's David, and on this channel I go through YouTube to find trading strategies which I then use code to debunk the bad ones and find the good ones. Today we're going to be looking at dollar average cost bots, which are provided by 3COMMAS and other API providers like that. Found the strategy that we're going to be discussing today and backtesting on a channel called TradeAlts. You'll be able to find the image here. Another fantastic YouTube channel which goes through backtesting, well actually goes through setting up bots on 3COMMAS. Okay, the best thing we can do is get over to my computer, look at the fundamentals of this trading strategy, how to set up the bots on 3COMMAS, and also we'll backtest it using code. If I could just ask for a couple of seconds of your time to give me a big thumbs up, helps me to get this channel growing and also more people into the community, and more the merrier in the community. If you like these kind of content, don't forget also to subscribe, and you can join my Patreon where you get to chat with me in Discord, and you get access to a load of extra strategies that I don't give away for free, but there also are, most of my work is free on Tradingview. Okay, let's go over to the computer and start having a look at this trading strategy. Okay, here we are on my computer. Very quickly, let me just show you the YouTuber that actually started this strategy, called TradeAlts. He has an absolutely fantastic, awesome community behind him on Telegram and also on Discord. It's well worth going to have a look at this channel and also subscribing, just like me. Right. Okay, what we're going to do today is very quickly go over 3COMMAS, setting up the bots, going through all of his strategy on how to set up the bots, and then I'm going to go over to Tradingview, as you can see here, and we're going to look at some of the results. Okay, so 3COMMAS is a bot platform for building bots very quickly with no code. Very good system. They sometimes have a couple of problems with ups and downs as the market dumps, but most exchanges and things like that do. I've been using 3COMMAS for quite a long time now. I have a yearly plan, and I've got to say that I'm pretty happy with it. Now, they do have plans which are for free here, which allows you one DCA bot, but I currently have the $49 plan here when I paid it annually. You can get access for 3 days testing this, so you can give it a good old test. They allow paper trading, etc. There you go. So that is the idea of 3COMMAS. You can find the link down in the description. Gives a kickback to our channel, and also you get a special offer. Right. Okay, so I'm going to log into my account. Okay, here is my account on 3COMMAS. Right, once you've logged in, this is the screen that you'll get. You've got the Bitcoin prices up here. You have on your left-hand side, we have our exchanges here. So you'll be connecting up to something like Binance or Bybit. We have a smart trading panel here that I don't use particularly much. It helps you to trade better. The DCA bots is the things that we're going to be looking at today and going to be setting up. We have a grid bot and option bots and some marketplace. The marketplace is where you can buy other people's signals. I don't use that either myself, but today we're going to be looking at the DCA bots. Right, okay, if we scroll over here, we can see when we're clicking on my deals, we have the bots that are actually active at the moment. We can see that I have deals going on in BTC, AVAX, Algo, Luna, Uni, and Dodge. Today we had a current pump, so actually everything's slightly in the red because it's obviously brought a bit high up. But that's not a problem because it actually buys as it drops back down. Now let me explain that a little bit better on how DCA bots actually work. Right, what actually happens, I'm going to go over to a chart here, explanation of how I understand DCA bots work on 3COMMAS. Right, the idea is that you activate the bot goes away and automatically buys currency. Now it isn't trying to get the best price unless you configure a strategy. What it does is it actually purchases the cryptocurrency. And if the cryptocurrency continues to dip and doesn't go up by the 1.5%, which we'll configure as the take profit. Right, now this is the take profit level. So I'm going to put that as take profit here, TP, and we're going to change the color to green. Okay, now that didn't work. Oh yes, we did it. It was a text that went style green. Okay, so now it's green. Okay, so that's our take profit level. Now, as the price starts going down in TradeAlts strategy, what happens is we activate safety orders. This one would have been $20, and these lower, as it starts dropping, we buy $50 here. I'm going to change the color of that one as well. Let's make that a nice pinky color. Right. Okay, so that would buy 2% lower. I don't know if that's 2%, but it's just a example. And then it would continue buying as we dip $50 orders all the way down to about here. Now this obviously would be like that. Now that brings our average order, so average buy price down as we keep buying and buying and buying. So let's say that we're roughly brought down to here thanks to the safety orders, and the take profit order obviously would be now 1.5% of that. So it would actually be around just here. So it would actually be about here, which is roughly there. So as you can see, as the orders go, as the cryptocurrency starts to dump, we start purchasing more of the cryptocurrency, so that our average price is actually lower, so that our take profit is also much lower. So it's easier to get to this point. Okay, so that is the strategy. As I said, it's actually a strategy which is pretty simple to set up in 3COMMAS. We're going to set up a bot right now with the same settings as TradeAlts, and we're also going to then back test it and try and improve on the numbers to get better results. Right, let's go. Right, here we are back on 3COMMAS. Right, to set up a bot is pretty simple. We literally go over here to the DCA bot. Click the plus button here. Then we're going to start building a bot. Well, TradeAlt actually builds one bot per pair. You can actually use multi-pairs. The reason he says that he uses one pair is it's easier in the long run to look after the bots. Each and every one of them would be slightly different settings. So, for instance, maybe Bitcoin, as it's more stable than other altcoins, it would be that they're more wise to put more money into that than others. Now that's not exactly what he says, but I think that's the gist of things. Right, so the idea here is we're going to be setting up a bot. Right, to find the pairs that we're going to be doing, I tend to use the top 20 pairs here. I know that TradeAlt actually reduced his from about 50 to about 20, I believe, recently, as the market dropped not long ago. So we're going to be taking these 20 here, where we're going to leave out obviously the stable coins, and at the moment I'm going to be building a bot. Let's go for Litecoin. Okay, as I haven't got a Litecoin bot, so I'm going to be building a Litecoin bot. So we're going to start by giving it a name, LTC USDB. Right, I actually use USDB instead of USDT because when you're trading on Binance, actually fees are actually reduced for trading with the USDB, and I believe that I heard somewhere that until the end of the year sometime they are actually free. Right, so we're going to be going here, we're going to be choosing our pair. We've got a single pair, so I'm going to be using LTC USDB. Sorry, BUSD. Aha, got it the wrong way around. Okay, fantastic. We're going to be creating a long only bot. We're going to want our profit in LTC. Some people prefer to have it in BUSD because of the recent dump. I actually like to accumulate free cryptocurrency as it's going up. We're going to create a base order of $20, and we're going to double that by for the safety order. Now recently he also took it up to 50 from 40. We're going to be using the market limit orders, the type of order as limit orders. The reason being is that also reduce our fee when using USDB, not BUSD, USD and not USDB. So it's also saving us money. Now, there is ways of starting the deals. We're going to be looking at that on backtesting in a minute. TradeAlt actually uses the open new trades ASAP. So that means So when using the open trades ASAP, it literally means that it's going to fire a trade one after the other as they close. As the market dips, this may not be the best way to do things, but it seems to work for him. So we're going to do that with ours. And then maybe in future videos, I will set up a TradingView indicator so that we can stop buying when the market dips too much. Okay, let's have a look at this again. Okay, so we're going to leave that as the same settings as TradeAlt. Right, he takes profit at 1.25 recently. It was 1.5 before. We're also going to backtest the 2, so I'm going to put it at 1.25 for the moment. He doesn't use trailing, another thing that we will be backtesting with TradingView in a moment to see if it works better with a trailing stop or not. Right, the stop loss. Now in TradeAlts strategy, we don't activate the stop loss. We leave it just to continue buying the dip. Okay, then we go down to the safety orders. Now that is the orders that are placed after the main base order. So we're going to be looking at this here to decrease the average price. Now maximum safety orders I put to 10, I believe it was, 9 or 10. And the maximum active safety trade counts is just 1. That's the number. Price deviation here, TradeAlt puts as 2. The safety order volume scale, I believe, was 0.5, 1.05, and the step up scale was 1. All of these safety order settings we will be testing, and you'll be able to test on the TradingView platform, the TradingView indicator that I made. So the next thing that we're doing is looking at the advanced settings. Advanced settings, nothing really changes on here except for the maximum price to open deal. No, we didn't even have that. Open deals and stop, none of that. Right, okay, everything was completely left as it is. Right, now what we do is then we create the bot. We click here, create bot, and we press start, and that's your bot started. Okay, now I'm back on my deals page here. As you can see, it seems like LTC BUSD has actually activated a purchase, and I'm currently down at 0.05 cents. If I click the refresh, and it's 0.06 cents. So what happens, as I said, is as this goes down, it continues buying, so it decreases the average price. Now, I've been subscribed to TradeAlts system for a long time. I've had about 20 bots. As I said, I've taken the top 20 cryptocurrencies and I have just left them behind. Now, you have to have nerves of steel when everything is actually crashing like it did a couple of months ago. To leave your bots to actually run, and you also have to have enough money in your account to cover the safety orders for all of those bots. Now, although I actually had to even open a couple of extra safety orders for some of the currencies, but as the market has actually come back up, I've recovered the money and actually earned more. Another good thing is that I'm actually always taking the profit in cryptocurrency, and it gives back me my BUSD once the take profit is taken, which means that I'm actually creating crypto bags myself just by sitting passively, leaving them to run by itself. Right, okay, so that is simply how to set them up. As I said earlier, TradeAlt actually uses 1 bot per crypto pair, so he's actually got about 50 bots. You can use multiple pairs in one single bot, sorry. But the best idea, I believe as well, is to have 1 pair per bot. That way we can optimize the settings for each of them. Now, thanks to the TradingView strategy that I'm going to show you in a minute, we can actually optimize them and find out roughly what the backtesting results were so that we can get the best settings for our bots. Right, let's have a look at that, see how we can improve on this and get better settings. And don't forget, you can also download all of these settings that I will share my best settings in my Discord channel, which you can get access to on Patreon. Okay, let's go back over to the computer. Okay, back here on the computer. Right, let's go back over to TradingView here. I'm going to remove these lovely lines here very quickly, and we're going to start looking at how we code and the indicator. Right, okay, so I actually found an indicator which helped me very much. I will put the link down in the description to the actual original indicator, and this is what I've come up with myself. Right, okay, as always we have our David Tech dashboard here, and as you can see we are, as best we can, we are emulating the bot that is created with 3COMMAS. So as you can see, we're doing our base order here, and as price comes down, we buy a safety order 1, safety order 2, and as it comes up, we hit our take profits. So let's start having a look at the back testing results to see how. Okay, we're actually going to be looking at this slightly differently than other strategies that I have created today, as it works in a different way with the safety orders, etc. As you can see, my dashboard is a lot less colorful than normal over here with no traffic light system, and even most of the information here is absolutely useless, but I've added it anyway. Most important thing that we're going to be doing is trying to increase the net profit here, which is also over here, which is 18.56%. We'll look at that in a second. Even the percent profitable actually doesn't really make much sense inside this strategy, because as we are following the curve as it comes down, buying the dips. Okay, profit factor maybe we'll look at afterwards. The max drawdown also, as we're buying the dips, doesn't always make particularly much sense, because we're buying as the drawdown comes down. So as the last order would have been about 2.12% after the last order. Right, okay, maybe we will try and decrease the number of trades, because that would mean that we're decreasing the number of safety orders. The safety orders, maximum safety orders used, we try and decrease as well. That kind of thing we can try and decrease with the strategy. Okay, so as I said earlier, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to optimize this the best possible, but after the video I will also continue to optimize all of the coins that I actually use in the top 20 off of CoinMarketCap. You'll be able to download those settings in a text file inside our Discord channel. What's great about the community is everybody seems to be sharing their best settings as well, so it's not just me. We're over 300 or 400 now, people sharing settings. So okay, let's start trying to optimize the strategy so that we can get the best settings. Right, okay, so what we're going to do is go into this cog button here, and as you can see, predefined, I have actually predefined all of the settings as I have on 3COMMAS. So we're taking profit at 1.5%, no trailing stop, no stop loss. We're using a fixed amount, which is 20 and 50 for safety orders. Max number of safety orders was 9, deviation in price was 2. We had the safety order volume scale is 1.05. 1 and the safety order step scale was 1. We're going to be using the deal start condition as start ASAP. None of this is actually used at the moment because we're using the start ASAP. We can also use long or short bots. We're using long bots. We're only buying as longs. Sorry. Right. Okay. We can also define the times of the test, the back test, so we can back test on certain periods, etc. Okay, the first thing that I'd like to test is the difference in take profit, because I know that in the first video of TradeAlts, he actually takes profit at 1.5 and then he decreased that to 1.25. So we're actually going to see whether that gives us a better amount of net profit or not. Actually, it decreased the net profit. We increased the number of trades, I believe. Let's have a look back again. Yes, even increased the number of trades, but we decreased our net profit. And although we actually decreased the take profit, we still had a max number of safety orders used of 9. Okay, so so personally I would still leave this at 1.5 as it seems to give better results. Let's try maybe even a 2% to see whether that gives us a better. Okay, that gives us a net profit of 21%, so maybe 2 would even be better. Let's continue increasing that. Okay, I have been playing around with it, and it seems like to me that actually 2.5% actually seems to be a good number, where we get 26% net profit on what we've actually added. Okay, next what we're going to be doing is looking to find out whether we add a trading stop. Now we can add a trading stop at 1%. So if it dips at more than 1%, it continues at trading stop. That has actually decreased our net profit, I believe. Yes, it's decreased it by 1%. So if I go 1.5%, or maybe even 2%. Okay, so it probably is better to leave your trading profit off. So that setting was good. I'm going to continue playing around with this and I'll get back to you in about 5 minutes. Several hours rattling my brain, smashing my head against my computer, and finally finding settings which are good for me. It seems that TradeAlts settings were pretty darn right, and they were one of the better settings that I come up with as well. So let's get over to the computer. We're going to discuss that, and we'll also have a look at what the results could potentially be for this account, with a couple of $1,000 in the top 20 cryptocurrencies. So let's have a look. Alright, here we are back at my computer. Okay, as I said earlier, I haven't really managed to change much because the problem is as soon as you start changing the settings for the safety orders, you end up falling down a trap of seeing, let's just change this to 2. You see the net profit goes up humongously to 278%, but as you can see on 3COMMAS, if you take it up to 2 here, you can see this wonderful tool here that actually tells you how much you'll be spending, and if all of the activated orders were done, you'd need $6.5 million to fund your bot, which is definitely not what I want. So let me take that back to 1.05. Okay, so 1.05 seems to be the sweet spot. You can also, I did actually try safety order volume as 1.1 and 1.2, but the return on investment wasn't good enough, and we had to also increase our budget to almost $2,000 instead of $1,100 for each bot. Okay, so that really was not what I wanted, although as I said it did increase. Let me have a look very quickly. Increased our net profit up to 15% instead of 12%. So really not worth the extra $300 investment, in my opinion. Other things that I tested was taking up the base order to $25. The problem with that is that we'd have to increase the number of safety orders. I've worked out that 16 seems to be the maximum number of safety orders that are ever activated for the period of 3 months. Maximum safety count, that's right. Deviation from the main order was 2%. Now if you take this up slightly, you can decrease the number of safety bots that are used, but you're also going to decrease your net profit. So 2 seems to be the sweet spot as well. The only real thing that I actually did manage to change was the net profit, which I put at 2.1%. If you take it down to 1.5, it decreases considerably our net profit to 9%, and if you go all the way back to 1.25, as I said earlier, we're going to be down to 9%. So if you take it up to 2 to 2.1%, this is where I found that my sweet spot was with 12, almost 13% on your net profit there. So if you can wait out a little bit, I suggest, well, I personally am going to be waiting for 2.1%, as it always seems to go up by that 2.1% anyway. We're also decreasing the number of bots that are used, so for me it's a win-win situation. Other than that, I also tried the deal start conditions. I tried this here, which is your TV presets. It didn't give me enough of a extra win or decrease the number of orders enough for me to want to try it. Let me try on strong very quickly. Strong here decreased us to 10% and took about 40 orders off. Weak gave us roughly the same amount of orders, I believe. Just give me a couple of seconds. Yeah, 10 different orders, and it gave us 1% less. So maybe I would put that on a week, just so that I didn't have to put the extra 10 orders in to make 0.5% on the net profit. other than that, that was pretty much it. That was all I come up with as changes to the offers. So let's go to our calculator very quickly and see what would have to fund this. Right, on the calculator here, if I go over to our 3COMMAS, now we've got 16 bots, which is our maximum number of bots, and we're at 1.05 increase. That means that each of our bots would have to have $1,200 to be able to fund it. Now, if we're going to be doing it on the top 20 cryptocurrencies, times 20, that means that we're going to need $24,000 to fund our account. Okay, and we're going to be aiming for a net profit of 12% roughly on the amount, so that's going to be $186 times 20, and that's going to give us $3,700 return. Now this is completely imaginary and could be completely different to what we're doing. We could also compound. We could increase the amount of money each time we make an order here, our base orders, as the account grows. We could also earn less on some cryptocurrencies or more on other ones, so this 12% may not be 12% on other cryptocurrencies. If we literally export these settings over to Ethereum, for example, we can see that we are earning 17%, so that's better. Let's go over to XRP. 17% on XRP, ADA, 22% on ADA. So as I said, each and every one of them is completely different. I mean, that completely changes our outcome. Let's have a look at the calculator again. If we go 335 times 20, if we manage to make that, that's $6,700 every 3 months. So completely different results for every outcome. So, okay, the last thing I'm going to do is set up a bot for Doge very quickly on 3COMMAS. These are the settings, which is the settings we just discussed. It gives almost a 30% return on investment. So I'm going to show you how I'd export these settings very quickly over to 3COMMAS. Right, okay, so I'm going to split my screen like this. I can see the settings as well. Let me just increase that enough. Right, okay, that's fantastic. And we have our 3COMMAS here. I'm going to click the plus button here. Okay, and then we're going to give our bot a name, BUSD Doge, and we're going to look for Doge here. Oops. So we're going to go D and BUSD. There we go. Right. It's going to be the same as the others. We're going to be 20 and 50 here as our base market. We're also going to keep the Doge as Doge. That's my personal preference. You don't have to. Limit orders so we don't have fees. We're going to add here our Tradingview on 15 minutes and a buy, but not a strong buy. We're going to have 2.1% profit as our limit. No stop loss. Maximum trades is going to be 16. I'll put it on 17 just in case. Deviation was 2, and then we're going to do a 1.05 as I discussed earlier in this safety orders volume scale. Okay, and everything else that stays as is. That means that we will technically need $1,300 in our account to run this bot if it all dips as much as that. Okay, let's create the bot and press start. Okay, now that will hopefully start the bot and buy us some Doge as soon as it hits the 15-minute buy signal on TradingView. Okay guys, we've managed to get quite a lot done today. We've managed to backtest over several hundred results. This DCA strategy shows that TradeAlts settings were pretty good and pretty spot on. A couple of changes that I would have made myself to my strategy, but they were pretty spot on. Anyway, do go and visit his YouTube channel. There's absolutely loads of resources and interesting information for anybody setting up bots. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm adding content every week, 3 days a week now. So testing and back testing strategies and also investment ideas. I hope you enjoyed the video. That leaves me to wish you a happy Monday, and I'll see you on Wednesday. So keep safe and keep coding, guys. Have a good day. Goodbye.